Good day, everyone. My name is Travis Flemings. I'm a second year student at the University of the West Indies, and welcome to my podcast, The Grey Area, where we discuss social, philosophical, and personal matters on a broad range of subjects and ideas.
Okay, welcome to the first episode of The Grey Area. Today's episode is titled The Moon is Blue. Is the moon blue or a distinct shade of blue? It's okay, you can take a minute to think about it. In the meanwhile, let's move on. Is that girl pretty or difficult to look upon? Do you think I'm a brilliant person or do I possess subpar cognitive abilities? The answer to these dichotomous scenarios have no right nor wrong answers. There is no correct or incorrect way of deciphering these specific questions because it is all dependent on who we ask. I can be brilliant to one person or I can just have average intellect to others. That girl we were discussing could be model level attractive to some or she could be distasteful to others. Hence, it all depends on who answers these questions. It depends on how we perceive these scenarios and how we voice our opinions as follows. It is evident that perception is an integral tool in our societal world. It's everywhere. Who are we without perception? A popular saying goes, we do not see things as they are, we see things how we are. And what that means is that we see everything through lens filtered by personal beliefs, culture, values, norms, or even our own personal experiences. We see things how we perceive them. What is perception? Somebody may ask. According to Kendra Cherry, a psychology educator, perception is the sensory experience of the world. It involves both recognizing environmental stimuli and actions in response to these stimuli. So basically, it's how we use our eyes, our ears, our sense of touch, our smell, That is what perception is. We go into a space and we perceive it using these senses. We deduce if this is a safe environment, if this is an environment we should flee from, or anything, basically. With this in mind, a common understanding that all individuals possess their own unique combinations of attributes, talents, personalities, and mindsets, we cannot be surprised that things will be perceived on the basis of the individual's own individuality. Basically, just reiterating that statement in a different way. We do not see things as they are, we see things how we are. For example, Jane, a 15-year-old girl, sees herself as overweight and is in need of heavy dieting and arduous exercise, while Jane's father sees her as fit and in excellent shape. Why is this happening? We can clearly see perception coming into play in this example. Jane's perception of her image is a striking contrast to how Jane's father perceives her. It's an obvious nod to personal beliefs and experiences. Jane may be going through a condition known as body dysmorphia, and what that is, according to NHS, is a mental health condition where a person spends a lot of time worrying about flaws in their appearance. These flaws are often unnoticeable to others. This could have stemmed from a constant comparison to images of models on social media that Jane utilizes, which in turn leads her to perceive herself in such a manner. Because of her personal lenses filtered by her own personal understanding of what she thinks the quote-unquote proper weight is, her perception has become only what she understands. She can only go as far as she can see. She cannot think of something alternative to her body. She just has this perception of how she is based on what she has gone through. On the other hand, her father, who may see Jane, his child, as perfect and has the perfect shape, Firstly, let's say Jane's father is not exposed to the images of models on social media, so he has no idea of what she's comparing herself to. And also, let's say he grew up in a time where the weight his daughter currently possesses was the ideal, perfect weight for a young woman her age around his time. He may have a completely different perception of his child upon this basis of experience. It is clear that neither of their understanding of the ideal weight is right nor wrong, because it could be in fact that Jane is overweight for her age or her height. However, it is still a perception. She may be wrong about it. It is evidently subjective they're both exposed to different viewpoints and eras, and as a result the way they perceive the ideas of weight and what is fit and not fit is drastically different. So is Jane wrong about her weight, or is her father right about her weight? That's the thing, we don't know. It's all about perception and how we perceive things. Again, we do not see things as they are. We see things how we are. Back to the first question. Is the moon gray or a distinct shade of blue? To be honest, it all depends on the individual's eyes you're asking. It depends on what this specific individual understands to be blue or gray. It depends on where this person is from. It depends on how you perceive it. We do not see things as they are. We see things as who we are.
Thank you so much for joining me for this episode. Come back next time and we can discuss other social, philosophical, and personal matters.